history and passion, and you can always count on the ladder when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the L.A. Chargers taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys ready to get this one going. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. These guys also found in their opener a week ago, so we got a couple of teams here desperately trying to avoid that 0-2 start. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
This is what this man was born for, the big spotlight on a national stage like this. Really, his entire career, he's demonstrated incredible poise, no matter what type of situation his team was in. No situation is too big for him, and you can tell in the way that he takes the field. His self-belief is evident, and he gets the job done, in his mind, each and every time.
A run once more with Hampton. And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Carson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing is Williams. Quick hitter here, it's complete. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw, Williams. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll run with a rookie drafted in the 3rd round. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 84 yards.
And those numbers have both he and his blockers motivated this week. They saw that yardage total climbing, but stopped short of 100. Every one of them have to be driven this week to help him reach the century mark.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
They'll go play action here with Williams. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll go for a gain of 7. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, Sellers. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Sellers. And he's able to get this inside the 10 down to the 9. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And he's going to use his legs here. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Caleb Williams, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember...
Evades the tackler and now some space. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They go play action here on first down. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 2 yards to go, second down. Off play action. Carson. He finds his man complete. That's Sanchez. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll look to throw again. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. And he is caught. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. 32 yards. And the Chargers take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep. Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Williams going to sneak it. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Eagles had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener, and they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
To throw, it's Williams. This is caught. And the Eagles are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Play action. Now Williams. And he gets this out to Foster on the right side. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw for it with Williams. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set, and racing going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Possession switching back now to the Chargers. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Carson. Dump this out to Hampton, complete. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's the 2nd and 9. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
at the 13-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sellers. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
He's going to try and do this himself. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payout they were looking for.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Up the middle they go. Sellers. And he just danced away from that one defender on his way to a gain of about 7 yards. Now a second and 2.
Brings up second and 2.
Here's Williams. And he whips that one incomplete there. Defensively, celebration time, because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now. That's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
And he's going to have an Eagles first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Options galore here, second and a few inches.
Second and inches at the 41-yard line.
They run the counter. Sellers. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield, because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they're doing.
53 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
A first down carry for Foster. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's first and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. From the 5, second and 4. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw is Williams. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
A nice little juke. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a first and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Carson will get that one to Taylor complete. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Second and 4.
Second and 4. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. From the gun on third down. Carson. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Chargers first down.
On first down, it's Hampton. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Carson. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. That's how multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down. Going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Jackson to return. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. Williams from the gun on third down. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets them a first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
To the air, Williams. Under pressure, and down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Looking to throw. Williams. Throw left side complete. That's Jackson. Tough spot here. Third down at 11. Operating from the gun. Williams. And this one complete to Smith. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up fourth down. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And he missed it. That was neither far enough. It wasn't even on target. It's no good. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Our trip around the NFL starts now. We begin at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The Titans at home to take on the Denver Broncos. And this is the Broncos quarterback just picking apart the defense. 1 of 5 touchdown passes for him on the night. The Broncos are off to a good start, 2-0 on the young season. Next up, we go to Big D, specifically Arlington, Texas. Check in on the Cowboys. They're hosting the New York Football Giants. And this is the man from Central.
A 10-point game, 17-7 to score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Over the middle, complete. That's Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
42-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, here's Williams. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Williams. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. This is taken at the 18. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
And the Chargers first down. 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Carson. That's to the sideline and incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
Jartavius Martin there defensively.
Off the play fake. Carson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Carson. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
First down. First and 10 at the 46.
They'll run on first down. Sellers. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 44-yard line.
Out of the gun, they hand to Foster. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
Back to throw. Williams. Fancy footwork at the 45. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
15-yard gain. It's 4th down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So you're saying that you're
Shedding the tackle and gives him some room. He's on his way. Touchdown, L.A. Omarion Hampton, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers have got it back to within a score. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it leads down to a field goal at 17-14.
Chargers 14.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. Looking to throw. Williams. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game. and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Chargers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 106 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got the tight end. That's Gadsden. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Off play action. Carson. They'll check this one down to Hampton. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. 1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. Carson. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And that will force a turnover on downs. Looking to put a drive together. Williams now. Throwing to start the drive. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
7-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Working in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for an Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On 1st down, Sanders. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Running game working, and stick with it on 1st down. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. Welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. This 2nd and 4. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
It's now 3rd and 5.
Throwing is Williams. He'll try and do this himself. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Eagles are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the fourth quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101? Check that box.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Looking to put a drive together. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Off the play fake. Carson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They'll go with the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
The Chargers on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be third and a mile. Looking to throw. Carson. That one complete to McConkey. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on fourth.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And he couldn't get it to check off. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense and Caleb Williams set to go to work once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Here's a quick throw left side to start things out. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple.
Brings up second and 2 at the 28.
To throw, Williams. He gets it complete to Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
At the 48-yard line.
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down.
It's a pickup of 6.
From the 42-yard line, here's second and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Sellers. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is going to lose yardage here. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. The Chargers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. The drive begins with a carry by Hampton. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 121 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Hampton. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
That's another Chargers first down. A gain of 22 yards. First down, Los Angeles.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. This one finds McConkey. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19. That one goes for 24 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
In motion goes the tight end. Back to throw again. Over the middle, it's complete. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Gain of 6. And the Chargers first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. And a great example there of just getting the feet in a tough spot. It seems like every year these guys get better at this.
Well, I think the drills get better, that they work on training camp, off-season work, OTAs. But also, a lot of these guys have dance backgrounds, ballet backgrounds, and they take that and carry it over to the football field.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Working out of the gun, Williams. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run up the middle with Foster. Room here to run. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. They'll go again with Foster. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Here's Williams. The hitter here is complete. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17. We knew he had the potential to give this defense fits with his arm, but he's really given them fits with his legs in this one.
Got him tied knots, doesn't he? Because you can see the indecision all the way through. Because when you're defending an RPO and you have to have the proper assignments, that means you're thinking instead of reacting, and he's taking full advantage of that, having a big game.
They'll try and punch it in with Foster. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. They'll look to throw for it with Williams. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So the Chargers now down by 10. 1:52 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Throwing to start the drive. Carson able to fight through one tackle. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 11. And the Chargers, first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Operating from the gun. Carson toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
The Chargers, first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they'll get the lead.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock, look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And with the defense out in timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I think you'd have to label this an upset. Yes, they were at home, but still an upset. They got the job done.
Yeah, even being at home was not enough for people to think they were going to pull this one off. But give them credit for playing not just a smart football game, but one where they were going to be physical about the whole thing. They put up their fists and said, let's fight, and showed their crowd that they were into this one.
Then that's the thing. The crowd responded. They were really good in this game.
Yeah.